timer? Does someone have a timer?
You can set it and put it on your phone.
Hold on, I got my phone.
My phone's gonna be used for something else.
Okay, I'll put the timer on.
You sure?
Yeah, I got it. And I'll just have it ready. So I'm gonna count us down. Okay, Chris?
Yeah. I mean, hey, this is what I call a cold start.
That's true. So, okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're back.
We're back!
After how many years?
3 years? 4 years?
Actually, we could blame it on the pandemic if you really want to.
Oh, yeah, we're not allowed to call it still. We're going to make a name for it while on the fly.
The T-virus.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, fine.
I don't remember. Did we do that last time?
I think I forgot what we called it. We had a name for it for our thing. Okay,
Damn umbrella!
We're calling it the T-virus.
Yeah. And we were saying something about Cell, and we did like a whole Dragon Ball Z analogy. Mm-hmm. I need to go back and watch those episodes, guy. But, anyways, MKC is back. So what have you guys been up to during the whole like shutdown and everything? Like,
pretty much is what a lot of people have been doing. It's either just like work from home or just working, just like, your whole social distancing situation. Nothing really else. Oh, and then watching movies.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Movies and video games.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm legit. Like, I literally watched all of the Avengers movies. Actually, wait. I don't want to say all the Avengers movies. I want to say all the Avengers movies starting from just before Infinity Wars. Like everything building up to Infinity Wars.
Just like a couple movies beforehand.
Yeah.
Like what exactly would you say?
Okay, what was the one? Okay, what was the movie right before Infinity Wars? See, we have it here on the TV. We can actually look at it.
Oh no! Well, no, I'm going back to just keeping this here.
I want to say I think I started Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
From there on.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You might have started deep.
Yeah, that's pretty deep. Yeah, that's a lot of movies still to consider.
And it was only because it was like I wanted to see Doctor Strange again, but I'm just like,
wait, sorry. You started watching the movies based on like if it's more specific on the stones.
Yeah.
Would you say? So if it's the stones involved, that means did you watch Thor: The Dark World?
No.
Okay, that's the thing. We're gonna. There's so much because this is like I guess this conversation is leading into what we're gonna talk about later. Thor: The Dark World only has one thing important because Kareem and I were talking about this. Is like the movie's really just nonsense. But the only thing that's important, it does have an Infinity Stone.
Dude,
that's it.
Reality,
yeah,
right?
That's it. That's nothing else.
We'll get to that later. But all right. So our first topic, Phase 1 of the Marvel movies,
which would be like our little like mini series.
Yeah,
we're gonna work our way through the Marvel franchise. Pretty much, we're gonna probably go all the way up until like What If. So we'll do the television series.
Yeah, because we had a lot of catching up to do. Because we
we'll
want to get to like...
We'll do back and forth between like...
Are we going to do Daredevil, Luke Cage, and those people?
No. If anything, we do like a brief Netflix, like the whole thing of all of it. Maybe it didn't merge, but I really don't want to talk about this as much. But yeah, we'll stick with definitely the MCU, and then we'll eventually reach up to the television series of like WandaVision, Loki, Winter Soldier, whatever.
All right, so the first one has started all off Iron Man.
Really, the birth of these movies.
The birth of these movies.
And you didn't like.
But some people say that Blade was really the one that kept the franchise alive in order to make enough money to make Iron Man. That's what I heard. I don't know.
But Blade was like so much years ago.
So much years ago,
yeah.
But the thing is, Blade was the one where it's like they made enough money to do like the Electras and the really bad ones, right? Yeah. But then Blade was the only one that was actually making money, so people had an opportunity saying like, okay, we still have one more shot, and Iron Man was their like last shot where they're like, we need to make a good movie, and then when it came out, everybody's like, okay, we got something here.
Yeah. I was
pleasantly surprised with Iron Man.
Yeah, same. I didn't. Me going into seeing Iron Man was like, I didn't really know Iron Man, or what I mean by that, like I'm not a big fan. I was just like, whatever. Like, you're just this guy and makes this robot. Like, makes a suit. I'm like, how? Like, yeah, you're gonna have cool tech stuff, but like, do I care as much? I was pretty engaged.
I think I was always an Iron Man fan.
Yeah.
Because of Marvel vs. Capcom. Remember,
That's like literally my only person that I know of is like Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yo, Proton Cannon. They're like, come on. And if you picked Iron Man, Cable, and who was the next one?
War Machine?
Yeah. It was a wrap. You just get 3 bars and you just clear out everybody. Yeah. Happy birthday all day. But yeah, like when I saw it, because we saw it in theaters, and then Tony Stark, like nobody can ever play Iron Man. Like Tony Stark is Iron Man.
Yeah, there's actually a discussion that was happening recently.
Robert Downey Jr. is the only Iron Man and will forever only be Iron Man.
And that's what people were saying. People were like, can you have someone else play the character and still be the same? And everyone's like, no. Like everyone's like, no. Like other actors and other people, and then people were saying like, no. Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark.
Yeah. But here's the joke part. I know a lot of people also say like his life resembles Tony Stark's life, because you know how he was like he got into
animal,
he was like
he was
into the drugs and addict and everything. What is Tony Stark? Right? Like exactly the same thing, right?
So he knew how to play this character as soon as he saw it.
Like supposedly people were saying, oh, there was a thin line between Downey Jr. and Tony Stark. Like they were pretty much the same person.
Yeah.
So like for him to play himself, he's pretty much him playing himself.
Yeah.
Right.
Hot take. Robert Downey Jr. is the best actor of this whole, like, all of Marvel.
All of the MCU?
All of the MCU.
No, you know
like,
what?
Think about it logically. Like, there's never been such, like, if you look at all these actors together, they fulfill their role, but there's something about Tony Stark where, especially even after Endgame, where he was gone, you're just like, I think the best of thing is over. Like, the best character is gone now.
It's not a hot take. It's a fact.
That's what
and you know why I say this? And Cream's doing a face right now because Cream's thinking about watch this. Whatever Cream's about to say, I'm gonna shift it. It's because he's so good even by himself, but he's also good with all these other characters. Because Infinity War came out, everyone was traumatized, and one of the greatest scenes in Infinity War that's sad is when Spider-Man dies. But who's with him there?
Tony Stark.
Right? And then, like, especially in Spider-Man Homecoming, that fight he has, and he's like, "Oh, you're not even here," and then Tony walks out of the suit. It's Robert Downey Jr. again. Exactly. So, like, all the scenes that you like in other movies is because he's in it. And he's good. He holds it, especially the fact that he gets the last line in Endgame. Against Thanos.
And the thing is, you want to see him, like, interact with other characters. Whereas, like, when there's like okay, let's use Captain Marvel for a thing. When she was in Infinity Wars or Endgame, I was just like, I feel nothing for her coming to meet up with these other characters.
Yeah, it was like such a disconnect.
Yeah, it was like, you don't even, like, they were looking at her like, you don't even belong here. Like, what are you even saying, right? Whereas, like, when Iron Man meets somebody, you're just like, oh, you're excited for the interaction, right? Like, when he met Spider-Man, when he met Thor, you're just like, oh, you know, you're just excited to see these two guys to meet each other.
Especially that, like, Captain America. I like Captain America. He's cool. I like Chris Evans. But he's so much better when Tony Stark.
Yeah, when Tony Stark is interacting. Because Chris Evans is more like clean cut, do it by the book. It's like, you've seen that character so many times, whereas, like, Iron Man is just so many levels to him.
But to be fair about Chris Evans as Captain America, that's what Captain America is. He's a Boy Scout.
Yeah. No, right? But Chris is saying that, like, they work. That's what makes Tony Stark
a good contrast in comparison, right? I'm still thinking about what you guys just said.
I don't think you're going to figure out something better. Because you can go ahead and say that, like...
You know who I'm thinking.
Ooh, Loki?
Is it Tom Holland?
Yeah, man.
Spider-Man? He's a great Spider-Man, but he doesn't...
He's also a good Parker.
No, he's great. I think it's I guess there's a disadvantage to him being the fact that, like,
he's only in 3 or 4 movies,
versus
right?
Iron Man's in
everything.
Tons. He's like he does guest appearances in, like, the smaller ones in other ones. So I know what you mean, but Tony Stark really does, like, really.
Yeah, that's why they have him. See how they have him front and center? Look,
he is the guy who made the most
there in
money.
The middle.
Like, I might get the fact wrong, but I swear to God, he takes home like $20 million for, like, one movie. So
compared to everybody else,
yeah, he does make.
But isn't that's what's her name was complaining about Black Widow? Remember, she got $20 million. They're like, oh, even though it was $20 million that they offered her, but she's saying that she also wants the income from the movie theaters, but because they canceled it, she's not getting that either. Because
it was part of the contract thing. But he gets billed like crazy. Like, of course, for sure, Robert Downey Jr. can stop acting. He doesn't.
But I have a feeling they're gonna bring him back though.
I don't know. I'm a little like.
He said he doesn't even want to come back as Iron Man. I remember him mentioning.
I have a feeling. Technically, this is what I'm thinking. This is my prediction.
Yeah.
Once things start to falter and nobody's not really interested in anymore, they're gonna be like, "Hey guys,
Chris, you're
what
wild.
if?"
Chris is wild.
And we know this is gonna happen because we just said Eternals were like, eh. Quan Chi, we're just like, okay. But, like, all these lineups that I'm hearing, I'm like, the only one, Spider-Man's the only thing I'm interested in, and Doctor Strange. That's it. And
I know. Well, we'll definitely talk about the future of the MCU.
Yeah, we'll get there when we get there.
I mean, what do you guys like and dislike about the Iron Man movies, though? I guess
in the Iron Man
honestly, there's not much to dislike about it. It's like you just watched it and you're just like, wow. And even at the end when he's like,
also it looks really good. I'm dead serious. This, like,
I'm gonna probably bring
up, the CG and the. It's because a lot of the stuff was still using, like, suits, like an actual model, and, like, it looks great.
Oh yeah.
Tony Stark could build this in a cave.
Also, Obadiah, that's his name. Yeah, Obadiah, not bad of a bad guy. He was just like, He was cool. He did his thing. He was just there as like the big machine thing.
You know that they used that,
Iron Mongrel.
like if you think about Iron Man, they used that blueprint for literally every first movie.
That's my problem. I will eventually have about that.
Yeah,
I don't like the formula that
they
Marvel.
used it for Ant-Man. They used it for
because
like,
it's safe.
Yeah,
it's safe to do it. Like you know you're gonna be entertained, but when you critically think about it after a while, you're like, it's the same movie over and over, just different characters.
Yeah. But yeah, the concept is good. Like the arc reactor. Is that really how Iron Man is, or is that like them taking like license? Because does it really like his heart stops if the reactor stops? His heart, or the shrapnel starts to move.
The shrapnel is like moving towards.
I thought that was more them taking like license to like make a more fantastic story.
Is it the third one where he can finally live without, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the scene was that the same one where she was going inside his chest and picking out all
that was the first one. That was the first one where she went inside. No, the second one, I think. Because in the second one he kept changing the reactor until he made the new element.
Oh yeah. Because the second one he makes a new element. Which okay, so one thing before we can move on to the second one if we want. The one thing I do like about the first movie, which is like I guess really the game changer of cinema, is post credits. It was the beginning.
The first one never had that.
The first one
did.
Oh, yeah, because that's with Nick Fury.
Yeah, he's like, you want to start the Avengers initiative?
Yeah. That legitimately changed movies.
Because you're watching it waiting for the ending.
You watch any movie now, you might want to stick around just for like a mid credit. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't have to be Marvel.
Oh no, I stay by just in case.
Just in case.
I kind of hate that though.
Because it makes you want. It's kind of like. In a way now, it's a little bit of a thing to just keep you to sit there to watch the rest of the full credits just so they'll get something at the end. But because
sometimes you miss it, you're just like, okay, I'm done, and then you go home and he's like, did you guys see this scene?
Yeah,
and you're just like, what? But yeah, all right. So
well, there's Iron Man 2.
Yeah, okay. To be honest, like I wasn't that big of a fan of Iron Man 2. That's the one with the whips, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's just so like.
Well, again, like you were saying, it's the same formula. That's what I don't like about the. I like the second one, but I dislike that in the end he just fights a big version
of him,
himself with the whips, and you're like, okay, this is boring.
I don't. But okay, I know we're
to be fair,
we're jumping way ahead.
Are we?
Yeah, because no, I mean like because we'd already talked about the ending of Iron Man 2. We even talked about the beginning.
Oh yeah.
But like, Whiplash. He did nothing the whole movie.
He hit like a car and split it in half or something.
Yeah, like, there's one point at the end of the movie they killed him so fast. Like what?
Because he doesn't really have an iron suit. He's just
a guy with cables. Yeah, because he builds the reactor.
Yeah, you shoot him in his head. It's one of those things where it's like,
I don't know why. Okay, Iron Man 2, it's what you were saying earlier. It's because I like it because he's fun in it. Iron Man, like he's a good character, but the rest of the movie is not good.
Yeah.
And Don Cheadle's in it.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Come on, War Machine?
Yeah, I mean, and I've never been a huge fan of Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard is okay. I heard he doesn't bathe. This is a side note.
I heard that a lot of celebrities don't bathe.
He's okay. Side note, quickly. Supposedly, a lot of celebrities don't bathe. But a long time ago, when I was like younger, I used to hear that like Terrence Howard doesn't shower and only uses baby wipes.
Ew.
I'm just saying. Fun fact. Might be real, might be not. But anyway.
That goes viral, then we have to get Terrence Howard on the show. It's like, yeah, is this true?
Yeah. Baby wipes. But yeah, I don't know. Iron Man 2's fine. What do you think?
Iron Man 2, I like it was up there for me.
Why do you like?
Okay, not up there, but like.
I know. But why do you? What about it you like?
War Machine. I think War Machine.
Yeah, the fact that because War Machine needs to be in the universe because War Machine is him being like, because other people get powers and it's just like I don't need nobody. I can do this. I can ride solo, right? Where War Machine is like, you have the same tech that I do, but like I respect you enough to work alongside you instead of like, I'll do it on my own. I don't need you. And that kind of goes to show like Tony Stark's character, which is more likable. Like he can work together with people. He doesn't want to do it on his own.
Yeah.
Right. So
the best part of this movie is like the middle area where it's his party. His party's
good.
Oh yeah. And then they fight, and then Nick Fury showing up.
Yeah.
And with Black Widow, and then him building the element. That's him making the element is my favorite part. I watched that scene actually multiple times because it's just fun.
Is that the first time Black Widow gets introduced?
Yes. Yeah, that's the first time. I can't lie. The first time I saw it, I was like, yo.
You good, but do you know what they did though back then?
What?
That they don't do now?
What?
They actually used her sexuality think, and then they said they wanted to move away from that, like, oh, don't make her like sexy. It's like, but that's how you guys started her off. Like,
that's true.
she used her sexuality to get like Tony Stark to be like, oh, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, you know.
I think she's hella boring. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm not a fan.
We'll get to her later. All right. So yeah, that's our thoughts on Iron Man 2. So next one is Thor. The first one.
I like Thor the first one.
The first Thor is a fun. Fine movie.
Yeah, it's solid.
It's a good origin story because Thor is very like into his own like world where he's like, oh, I'm best. I'm king of Asgard, or what? King or prince?
He hasn't been king yet.
Yeah.
But he eventually's on his pathway.
Yeah. So he's very full of himself, right?
Yeah, he's like
a cocky bastard.
Yeah. But that's good. I like that. He's like, he threw down the beer. He's like, more beer.
Yeah. I need more sustenance. That was the part where it killed me.
Yeah. So yeah, he's a good Thor.
I can't lie. The cast in Thor,
so
it's pretty good. Kat Dennings to me, Marvin. You know me and Kat Dennings. You know me and Kat Dennings.
Oh, whatever. I don't care about Kat Dennings. I'm going to say that Heimdall's the coolest person ever because that's Idris Elba. Represent.
No,
I'm not giving you a bump there. I'm not giving that bump.
Yeah, Idris Elba.
That's what I thought.
It's a good cast.
It's a great cast.
The movie looks also really good. That Rainbow Bridge is it still looks good today.
What's it called? I forgot what it's called.
A Bifrost.
Is it the Bifrost?
I thought the Bifrost was the thing that they put in, but then it makes the Rainbow Bridge is called something else.
The Rainbow. I don't remember.
It might be called the Bifrost.
I can Google it.
Because it's also in God of War.
Yeah,
the same transportation thing.
Rosen Bridge or something like that?
I can't remember the name of it.
Mew Mew?
No, that's Mjolnir.
No, I know, but
the girl,
she couldn't say it, so she's like, Mew Mew?
But I like it because the thing that's good about these shows, and then we're gonna figure that out in the later phases. This is why the first phases plan to stuff out really well. They have the hero overcome something.
Yeah.
So what Thor had to overcome was him losing his powers and realizing that like.
Because he couldn't lift the hammer.
Yeah.
Because he found it, he's like, all right, I'm going to take it and leave.
Yeah.
And he couldn't lift it because he wasn't worthy anymore.
So you reach a very low point, and then you have to be worthy enough to be like, no, you're deserving of this thing. Same thing with Iron Man. It's like he's cocky, he's the one, but it's like, no, the weapons are the ones that are destroying these places. And then when he gets finally put out in the wilderness, he's at his lowest point. He's like, no, I am Iron Man, and he built this whole little thing inside of a cave, right?
Yeah.
So it's like he earned it, right?
He built inside of a cave.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the later Marvel movies kind of miss that, where they don't have a hero's journey where the hero gets to like get beat down and start from the bottom and then earn his way up to the suit. It's just like, hey, you have powers now. Go do it. It's like, okay, all right.
Okay.
I guess I'm awesome.
Well, there's only so many times you can watch like an origin of things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
To go back a bit though,
Yeah.
back to the first Iron Man movie, I can't lie. One of my favorite scenes when he gets mad, but he's watching the news and everything, and you see like what's happening in the Middle East with his tech.
Yeah.
And he puts on the suit for the first, like I think the second time, I guess.
Yeah.
He puts on the Mark II suit, and then he just flies to the Middle East, murks everybody so easily.
With the little rocket thing.
Saves all those people. It was really cool.
It was really cool. And he's like, and he tosses down one of the bad guys to the civilian. He's like, he's all yours.
It also just looks good. Again, that's the same thing because they did a lot of it with a practical suit.
Yeah.
Which is like,
because nowadays it's more like
it's
CGI.
very CG, and you can sort of tell it's very CG. Some of them get very CG looking. The one thing, that's the thing about Iron Man 1 and 2 again is that I like him building the Iron Man in the first movie. It's such a fun because it's like the best length.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're engaged with him building his testing and all that stuff. Same thing with the second one when he makes the element. It's like a good time. Like you're there with him, seeing him see him like break through the floor and all that stuff. Yeah, and then Thor. I will say, Thor and Iron Man 2 for me, when I first used to start watching these movies are like my comfort films. I will put them on if I just want to like chillax and just like, it's a good movie to watch. But I will say though, Thor is not really a good movie.
The first Thor?
The first Thor. It's fine. It's okay. It's a good stepping stone.
It's an average movie.
It's an average movie.
It's watchable.
Who
was the bad guy? It was
really
just a
Loki.
big iron thing?
Yeah, it's Loki.
It's just Loki.
I thought it was like that guy inside that little like...
Oh, no. Loki calls upon that thing is the Guardian in Asgard, but he sends it to Earth.
Or to kill.
Yeah, to kill. But it's like, Yeah, it's an okay movie. To be honest, if you go back and watch it like right now, it's like you'd be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's what it's there for. It's there to just here.
Also, he
here's
looks
this
awful.
What?
Chris Hemsworth looks hideous. His eyebrows. He has these huge blonde eyebrows that they gave him. He doesn't have it there because that's like, natural. And they gave him like bleach blonde, like thanks to because they really wanted to look like the comic books. It's not good. And he has like a fake wig thing. Not good. Seriously, watch a clip next time you can, and you'd be like, "Why does he look like this?" Because they were still trying to figure out like
his look,
like the perfect look. But it's so like ugly.
It's
not good. And he's like, and they bleached his beard and stuff. It's not. Yeah, it's kind of rough. You're like,
look at Lord Odin though.
Odin looks amazing.
Yeah.
That was I don't know. How do you guys feel about Thor as a whole? Like,
I think it's a fun adventure. It was funny.
Yeah, it is funny. It has some good bits.
Natalie Portman.
I love Natalie Portman.
Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings is amazing. And it's a good cast.
Yeah, great cast.
By far best choice for Odin, Anthony Hopkins. Is like they nailed it. That guy's a cool dude.
The Allfather.
Yeah. Idris Elba.
Best.
Apparently, Odin actually has his own gauntlet. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, there was a thing version.
Yeah,
so
it's
like it was like hinting. It was like hinting already.
Because she pushed it over. She's like fake.
Because they're saying that the dwarves will eventually make it, right? Because that's what makes in the last movie. Oh, so far on our pathway through these movies, I will say, right now 3 for 3, the black best friend.
What do you mean?
Iron Man 1. Got, what's his name?
Rhodey.
Rhodey, best friend. Iron Man 2. Still Rhodey, best friend. Thor.
What?
Idris Elba. Heimdall is Thor's best friend in this. So, black best friend. 3 for 3. We'll keep going through all these movies, and I will call them all out.
Only you notice these things.
Oh,
I didn't even take that in.
It's just I cannot stress enough on how many of these this is.
Do you think when they do the casting calls, they're like black best friend?
Dude, okay, it's not even really just Marvel movies. It's just kind of like it's like a thing in cinema. It's like, oh yeah, we got like this main like white person, and it's like, well, we need someone to be like their black best friend, and you're like, why do they always do it? They do it for so many things.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like sometimes when
what's the game you just recently played? Who's your wingman?
What game was that?
There's a game I was playing called 5 Dates or whatever.
And the wingman is your black best friend.
It's my black best friend.
Like,
legit.
And I don't even and I just got that vibe by just looking at a picture. And it's so repetitive. And you will find it definitely more in the other movies because it's like a common thing. Winter Soldier. And I don't know why they keep doing it. That's why like Rush Hour is still one of the greatest movies of all time because it breaks that norm. But that's another topic. That's something else.
But maybe it's like when you go to do like screenwriting or something like that. When you're reading like the book on how to write a screenplay, it's like make sure you have your black best friend.
Yeah, you gotta get that person of color to represent because you need the black community.
All right, so the next one, go over. Yeah,
Captain America,
the first Avenger.
I think this movie was okay.
Crap.
What? Why you don't like any movies? What the hell?
That's not true. The man fully said that he liked Iron Man.
Okay, so far, when it comes to the first two we just reviewed, I will tell you the only one I would say Iron Man's probably your most solid film.
Yeah.
Solid in the sense that I can watch this right now, but I will not watch Iron Man 2 and Thor currently. But anyway, first Avenger. Why you guys like it? Tell me now.
Okay, first of all,
it's a fine origin story. Right. Whatever.
I like a counter here. If someone ever edits this into like an edited video, I want a fine counter in the corner that every time Cream says "fine" for a movie. Because to be honest, that's
fine is basically like it's not that good.
no.
Because fine to me is like
it's not rewatchable.
Okay, fine. Okay, like if you put it on and I fall asleep, I don't care.
No, but okay. Honestly though, like. I watched it recently.
How recent?
You
can say in the past 2 months, would you say?
Yeah, the past 2 months. I think I remember telling you that I was trying to do order thing, but that just stopped. I started and stopped at the first Avenger. But anyway,
that just proves my point.
No. Well, because I like I said, I was on injury. Yeah. So that's the only reason I started going back to work. So that's why I didn't end up going the rest of the way. But But anyway, yeah, it did its, for me. It did its job. Mm-hmm. It told me its origin story. Yeah. It taught me about Red Skull. Yeah. It taught me about how it pretty much showed me the beginning of like how he got to the main timeline or whatever.
It does narratively. It does well.
It did its job. It told me like
we lose Bucky.
Yeah, we lose Bucky. Like it did everything that it was supposed to do. Was it a fantastic movie? No. Was it a terrible movie? No. But it did its job. That was my thing. Just like I'm gonna go.
This is a hot take. Yo, this is okay. Sorry, I forgot to introduce this. This is by the way, this is a Cream's Corner segment. Throughout every single episode, we might get to Cream's Corner where Cream's just talking for a good 5 minutes straight.
Yo,
dog. You know you're in the Cream's Corner.
Yo, dog. It's kind of like think about this too. I feel like this movie was literally made. Obviously it had to be done this, but like for the Avengers. Captain America's part of the Avengers. We're doing the Avengers movie eventually. We have to make this movie. Let's just shove it in there.
When I think about this movie, it wasn't horrible, but it was necessary.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said. Which is why I say it's fine.
Which is important and that's another thing I should definitely consider myself is that these movies is like, does it play a part in the bigger picture? Yeah. Yes. And yes, it does. 100%.
Because you need him in order to get Civil War, in order to get this.
It does move. It does progress the timeline. So yeah, that's fine.
And then I think because of him, they started the whole going into the SHIELD base and everything, and that started with the...
Because there's more SHIELD in this in the last bit, because Nick Fury shows up again.
With the whole Hydra and all that stuff, right? So you needed it. But, I don't know, like, when I think about...
On the Tesseract, which is important.
I
forgot about the Tesseract.
Yeah, the Tesseract was in it.
I forgot that was in there,
Infinity Stone.
Yeah, true, one of them.
But, when I think about this movie, I actually remember it fondly, because, I actually remember it fondly because of, like, the whole... origin of him being like a small, like skinny kid from Brooklyn.
That CG for him being really tiny was so bad. That so weird looking. It looked so bad.
Like, to be honest, I was like, I don't know how. I actually can't even think of how. I mean, maybe they can do it better now.
Yeah, they probably could.
But it's because Chris Evans' face is so buff.
But yeah, like just I don't know. I like the whole. I do like when movies go back in time, visit Nazi Germany and all that stuff. And then what was very interesting about that movie, to me, the whole Red Skull thing, I feel like if they made... Okay, how do I put this? If they made a series about him being in that timeline, facing off against Red Skull, I would enjoy that more than him coming to the future. That's why that's why I remember that movie fondly, because I do like the past where it's like... Everything is
you
what's
like
happening...
Red Skull?
Huh?
You like Red Skull?
Yeah, I like Red Skull as a villain. I know why
you like Red Skull.
Because
it's Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, right. Hugo Weaving is, he's top.
He's the best. He's great.
He's Mr.
But if you think about it, everything that happened back then is basically what's happening now. So you have Hugo Weaving as like the bad guy, like the Thanos almost. And then you have the Tony Stark, which is Tony Stark's dad. He's creating the stuff. And then you have Captain America and all that stuff. So all of the stuff is there to make like a good series for back then. So that's why I like that world of the 1940s or whenever it takes place. Yeah. And that's why I remember that movie fondly. Because I'm like...
Nick Fury's not in Thor, right? No. That's the only one he's not in. But he's in all the other ones.
No. Oh, yeah. Because I think Thor...
Because that one has Coulson.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. has their base. And then Barton... Oh, we forgot to mention, Barton shows up.
Yeah. Barton shows up only for, like, a moment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I do like it.
It's fine. I agree with Kareem. Like, it's a fine movie. It definitely progresses its narrative.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. It did its job.
All right. The first movie. Was this the first one to make $1 billion? Because I feel like this was the first movie where they said it made $1 billion.
This is the one that... No, wait.
It broke records, right?
It was the first movie to have a bigger opening weekend. I think it's 215 or 200 something million, because it beat Batman. But Batman was sitting at 165 or something like that.
But did it eventually make like $1 billion? Because remember,
it probably did now. Yeah, for sure. But the reason why it was so big, because everyone was like, can it beat Dark Knight? Mm-hmm. And it did. Because I remember there was a photo of all of them doing a point, being like, it's your turn now, Dark Knight. Like, what can you do? And they're all like pointing at the screen.
Yeah, the Avengers movie, the first Avengers. Oh my god, when they finally assembled.
This movie's long, man.
2 hours and 25 minutes. All the Avengers movies are long. Like Infinity War.
Boy, they get longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
what do you look how ugly Thor looks. Look at him. He still looks terrible. He still doesn't look good.
He's still wearing the what's it called?
His eyebrows look enormous.
I do like the Asgardian suits though. Like the
Before we get into this, sorry, we should at least mention the Incredible Hulk as an honorable mention. The one with Edward Norton.
Fan.
You guys ready for my hot take?
Because you don't like it. I know this.
Not only do I not like it, I think that Hulk 2006 was better.
You're lucky this is not one of those wrestling chairs.
I know that's gonna be like whatever, but like, I've always felt that.
Chris can have his own segment where he just talks about.
I can explain to you why I think it's a better movie, but that's a different time, and we don't have time to go into that right now.
I think the Incredible Hulk was fine. It was good. It looks pretty cool, in my opinion. I like Edward Norton. I think I still like Edward Norton more than Mark Ruffalo. What would you say?
Hold on.
Yeah.
So that's the 2003 Hulk.
Oh, that's what I'm
saying?
That's
what he's talking about, the Eric Bana one.
Yeah.
Eric Bana.
I thought it was 2006 it came out.
No, 2003. The other one came out 2000. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god. How could...
What? Look how green. You're talking about how green he looks. It's not about the aesthetic. It's the
He
story.
is.
I'm talking about the story.
He legitimately looks plastic.
Watch the story again. The story. You cannot tell me.
Is it even on here? It's not on Disney Plus. Is
No.
it? Yeah.
Why would we watch?
Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
I don't think they want.
It's a superior movie.
I don't think they want to acknowledge.
No,
it.
it's a superior movie.
This movie got the old Hulk movie, the 2003.
Yeah.
Guess what it got?
What?
On IMDb.
How much?
5.6.
Jesus.
That's pretty high.
Okay. What is the one with Edward Norton get?
6.6.
Okay.
Just a little bit better.
A little bit better. It's because I think the Edward Norton's a deeper movie, but okay, sure.
I agree.
No.
I like the one. I don't. Okay, let's put it this way. Okay, me and Chad were having a deep conversation, right? And we were like, "Oh, what happened to Betty, yo?"
Who?
Betty.
Who the hell's Betty?
Betty. Hulk. Like Hulk. Betty is Hulk's love interest, right? Betty is. I guess you're not a big fan of the Hulk. Okay, fair enough.
There was a love interest in 2003 one.
Yeah, Betty.
That was Betty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Betty is that person who calms Hulk down.
And then now it was Scarlett Johansson.
Huh?
You mean Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah. That's what me and my cousin were saying. Like, what happened to her? Like, why switch from Betty to Black Widow? Like, in my
they didn't want to give him a love interest because they're lazy.
But they clearly,
because it's lazy writing
but they clearly did.
No, lazy writing because they kept giving. That's another reason why I don't like this. The Black Widow I will mention is because they write her to like love all the characters. She has a weird thing with Barton.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
She has a weird thing with Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I was just like, this is bizarre.
Okay, that one is bizarre.
Then she has like an on and off weird thing with him and Mark Ruffalo in Age of Ultron. And I was like, what is going on?
Okay,
here?
Mike. Okay. With Barton, I'm not gonna call it a weird thing. It's just
I know they're
just really close friends. Yeah, that's how I see. That's how I ever.
Is that the Budapest thing?
But that's the thing. You're saying that based off because you know more so now. But when it
but
first came down,
she used to flirt with everybody.
And you're just like, okay, been there, done that. How many times have we seen that the one female character in a team has to like all these people?
She's like, I think I like him. I think I like
yeah, I like him. I think I like him.
I never seen. For me, I never.
That's a lie. He's lying to me. He's lying to us right now. You're straight up lying. You telling me while watching older movies, you did not think.
Can I finish my thought process, please?
Go ahead.
Please.
I'm so heated.
You know?
That's how heated about Black Widow. Go ahead.
Okay, first thing, I understand what you said about Winter Soldier because I had that same thought. I'm like, yo.
But it's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Yeah. I will give you the Winter Soldier one with Captain America or whatever. The Barton one, not so much because I only ever saw that as friendship, right? In the way how I thought about it.
Okay.
But the Banner one bothered me.
Well, yeah, because and that one's so ongoing.
Huh? Yeah,
it keeps going back and forth. Yeah,
it's so back and forth, and nothing. It's like, will they? Won't they? And they're like, nah. That's like at the end of Age of. I know we're skipping ahead a bit, but like. In the end of Age of Ultron, she's like, "Oh, are you coming back, big guy, whatever?" Yeah. And Hulk is just like, pushes the button and he flies off.
Hangs up on her.
He's like left her on red. Like red.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what he did. Now we rewind a bit. Then.
Yeah.
But that being said, what did you think of Thor and
Jane Foster?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I get what you mean. Like I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying with that.
Like I don't feel anything.
Exactly. There's not enough marinating in it. Right.
The only
Gwyneth Paltrow and
There's only 2 actual love relationships in the entire MCU.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a strong point I said there. I'm gonna only say 2.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is yes, Tony Stark and Gwyneth Paltrow's character, Pepper Potts, which is amazing.
Yeah, because that marinated throughout all the movies. It's
not even just marinated. That went back and forth. Yeah. Because there's a point that like she was like, she was not gonna be with him, and he's not gonna be with her, and then they eventually got together.
You have to take a risk to do that.
And the final one, because of the television series, it's Wanda and Vision.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's the only other one that actually felt like a love story because of the TV. Because, and this is what you're saying. Hold on. I know Chris is making a face. So it's a bit of column A and column B. True, I agree with you. Where in the movies, I was just like, I don't know if I care so much. But because WandaVision's show is based around the romance, it's fine.
You kind of feel it more.
Yeah, you feel it more in the show. But with the movies, I was just like,
because in the show, I'll agree with you in the show. But if you were just looking at the movies,
you don't care.
1 minute,
I don't even know how it would happen.
It's so confusing.
Yeah,
you're like, wait, when were they together?
And then if you think about it, in the movies, it was legit like, oh, they found her. She was an orphan. She speaks Russian. And the next one, she's an Avenger. Oh yeah. And then she's an Avenger. And then all of a sudden, Vision wakes up. And the next one, oh yeah, they're dating. It's like, oh, they're together. And then she died. And then the guy actually broke it down. It's like they've been together from the time they met each other to the time when Vision died for like not even like a year. Yeah. If you think about it.
And they like lived together like what in Scotland or something, right? Is that where that part? When that part happens in Infinity War, it's so confusing because you're like, what? they're like in because they look like they're in some like long-term committed relationship. Yeah. And I was like, whoa.
When did that happen?
When did this happen?
Okay. The only thing.
Are you defending this?
No. Hold on.
Go ahead. You're the spicy one in these combos because he's always gonna come out. You are the shield. I am the sword.
No, I don't. Okay.
Go ahead. I want to legitimately go ahead. Say what you're gonna say. Do it.
I'm not sure if I'm going to call this defending per se.
Yeah.
But in, I guess, Civil War is when we're jumping so far and back and forth between phases.
No, we're not really jumping. We're just talking about romance as a whole.
Oh yeah. But like, I guess in Civil War, remember how she was stuck in that thing by herself?
Oh yeah,
and Vision was the only one with her.
Yeah. No, I know.
I think
you can get romance.
Oh yeah, but I think what ended up happening, that interest between them, while we don't see it, is because it kind of happened behind the scene without us seeing it.
And I don't like that, and I don't care for that.
And I see what you're saying. Yeah. And then because Civil War, obviously, as we know, focused more on Bucky and Captain America and Iron Man or whatever.
They pretty much they fight in Civil War.
Yeah. But like you could see like they didn't want to fight each other or whatever.
Oh yeah, no. I remember all those points are there.
Yeah. So I think that was just implied like, oh, she was stuck in here. They got together.
No. It's so confusing though.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
When you get to Infinity War, you're like what happened? How did this happen?
Yeah. I guess you really have to. It's one of those things like you have to read in between the lines.
We also have to. I guess you need to know the comic books because Wanda and Vision are together.
So they just assume that you know the comic books and like, hey, these guys are together.
But here I am as the one person who doesn't know it, right? And I'm just like, sure. I just, you know what? When it comes to stuff like that in these movies,
I didn't even know about that.
They're together because the whole like child and like reality thingy happens. But
yeah, Avengers.
Oh yeah, we didn't even start talking about this. We're talking about Thor's hair
again. You
know they did that in I think it was, what was the one with Falcon Winter Soldier? What was it called?
The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
You nailed it.
There was a scene. There was a scene where he was shooting the gun and he was actually shooting to the beat of that thing. He's like, it's like he was actually shooting to the beat of the.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't even notice that either.
This movie's okay. Okay, sorry.
Wait, hold on. I'm done. Like this movie's okay. The movie that literally.
Sorry. This movie is actually very good.
It's also impress this man at all.
It's also very, very well paced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's done.
But you know, length. That's exactly why it's well paced.
No. For a movie that's 225, you'd think like just outside looking in, you're like, this isn't gonna be like.
Compare. Okay, this honestly, if you compare all the Avengers movie. Not including Infinity War and Endgame, but like if you compare this to like all the other times where the Avengers assembled, I feel like this is like one of the better ones.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's like to be honest, when you think of it, the movie, it really is just like, hey, we just need to get together and like work as a team. No, we don't want to. I don't want to hang out with you guys. And then next thing you know, it's like, oh no, we should be a team
because the world is about to get destroyed.
Fight bad guy done. That really is the full plot.
Yeah,
it's like, and it's simple. But
I love how they all fought each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like because Iron Man fought Thor. Thor bodied him pretty much.
And then Iron Man fought Hulk. At one point, right?
Oh, Thor fought Hulk.
Yeah, Thor fought Hulk. I like that. Yeah, but I can't lie. I like that one scene when Thor shoots the lightning at Iron Man, and then I was thinking that's gonna hurt him.
His suit powered up.
Yeah, his suit powered up. It was like,
thanks.
He's like suit at 1,000%. That way, he's like, oh, huh.
Oh man.
Okay, hold on. Sorry to cut you.
No,
I hated Captain America's suit in this though. Oh man.
Yeah, it's ugly. It's an ugly suit.
It's I know what they're going for.
Yeah.
It's an homage to like his comic book suit or whatever.
It's so ugly.
But oh man.
It's also because Winter Soldier suit's so much better.
Oh yeah. Cause it's more. Cause obviously it's more modern, right? Like it's something he would wear.
Captain America does look the ugliest. Suit wise, I like Thor's metallic arms things. I've always been a fan of those, but Thor's cape to me is dumb. I'm gonna say this.
All capes are dumb.
I don't like how it like puffs up, like it goes like puff. It looks like he's wearing big shoulder pads. It doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm like, I don't like it.
I don't really know anybody that has like a good cape suit.
Well, not true.
So,
yeah, capes are bad.
I'm not gonna go into that.
But everyone looks good in this movie. Even Barton looks pretty cool.
I like Barton.
It's a clean, like stealthy look. I like that he's got like the rings on around his arms and stuff tied up.
I did like I guess Hulk in this movie. It's probably my favorite character in this movie.
Banner?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. I like Mark Ruffalo in it.
Yeah. He's like, oh, don't you get transformed? He's like, aren't you gonna get angry? He's like,
I was like, that just became a meme.
I just remembered Kareem screaming my head so hard when that happened. Yo, that was the first time we saw it, and it's just like, I'm always angry. He's like,
because you know the first time you see something, the first time you see everything, like I know in that scene. It is slowed down so you can see, but in my mind it went even slower. So I was like, because
everybody
mind,
heard this guy screaming in the movie theater.
Yo, I couldn't even handle Marvin. You know how I get hype.
Also, I will add, this was the first time out of all the movies leading up to this where it had one of the most hypest scenes ever, and not that it's when Hulk's just fighting all the Chitauri.
Oh yeah,
his sequence of jumping around the buildings and smashing stuff was actually good. Like when you see, you're like,
Hulk alone probably could have slapped everybody.
It was pretty sick. I'm not
you know, honestly, okay, this is the thing. This might get into other reasons why I'm not that big of a fan. Like this to me, was probably my hypest I've ever been for an Avengers movie. And then from there, it was like slowly going down, comes up a little bit, goes down, but it never reached the hype level that this. Because I feel, this is why. Let me explain why.
Whoa,
I feel like back then,
yeah,
they really tried to make these characters larger than life, where now, because they want to bring in other characters, they're dumbing them down.
Okay, I know what you mean. Also, going off of what you're just saying there, it's because this is the first time in cinema where you had like a team. It's never been done.
Yeah.
And it was done perfect.
Yeah, they nailed it. They just
nailed it.
And because they knew not to overcomplicate this movie, and because when you look at this, there's a lot of characters in this, and this is not even just like the poster we're looking at right now. Yeah. There's Coulson's in. Coulson dies. There is Maria Hill.
Loki.
Right, Loki's in this. So like it's a heavy cast, but you know what's crazy? Everyone gets their screen time, which is good. It's done like very well. Like Nick Fury gets a whole action sequence like twice in this movie.
I had the one scene where Captain America is like, "Oh, you do this, you do that, here, Hulk." Hulk looks at him, smash.
Like, I can do that. But that's the thing. It's like Hulk is supposed to be like world breaker Hulk. If you read the comic books, Hulk is like one of the strongest characters.
Oh no, I know. They're never. I don't know if they're ever gonna go to that.
No, they're not gonna. But they didn't even do Planet Hulk if you want to talk about it. But
they did in Thor Ragnarok. That's what Planet Hulk kind of is. Yeah. But like,
I mean, like a standalone Hulk movie that he needed that.
No, I think they know that they can't. Well, again, if they went what you're talking about, Hulk would become to that point where he will like, because remember he will lose himself and he would become a villain. He's not a hero anymore.
Okay, so since we're talking about Hulk, this is exactly why I like 2003.
See, how many times is he gonna bring? I haven't even watched it. I feel like he's gonna find a way to bring the segue this into every single thing.
Okay, but that's my main thing. Like, when you watch these movies, Iron Man can go at like the speed of sound, right? He can break the sound barrier. They're trying to show off how fast he is. Like, if you watch the later movies, he just gets more and more like weaker, and I'm like, how is this possible?
Because he's trying to control it. That's the reason why. Think of it. I'm sorry. I know what you're saying, but he's trying to, because Banner's trying to control the beast, you know.
But that's what made it so sad. Like, if you think about how strong he was here, and he was just like, like when you watch this movie, you literally think that Hulk can. They don't even need the other guys. Yeah. Like Hulk can literally jump into that portal and murk every single person.
Well, Hulk just keeps getting stronger the anger he gets.
Yeah.
Right? Iron Man, Tony Stark can think of anything.
Like,
Tony Stark created a new element.
It was number 3. Because I think this is before number 3, right?
Yeah.
So, but in number 3, didn't he have like 20 Iron Man suits, like Mark 1, Mark 2? And he didn't even need to fight anymore. He
kept building.
Yeah. He didn't. He could literally be at home and just be like playing a video game using the suits.
So like. It's crazy that they're so OP, but I guess that's the thing with these movies. I mean, they have to kind of ground them because otherwise.
But I think they did that to introduce the other characters, because it's like, why do we need to bring in more characters if these guys can literally defeat everybody? We don't really need.
Thor is a god.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. It's good. It's a very good movie.
And don't get me
wrong. You know what? I put this in here. I could actually watch the Avengers right now if I
it's solid. It's a solid movie.
It's like a fun movie.
Yeah.
This one's cool.
All right. So what we should do quickly?
Yeah.
Rate them from least to greatest.
Let's see them all again. All right.
So what do you put as your worst?
Okay, how about this?
Sorry,
we'll just go down the line. So as in like Iron Man 1, you say you give it. Iron Man 2, you say you give it.
What, your score? Like
No. I think we should do like everyone just says like your 5 in the order of worst to best. Because there's 5 of these. 5.
6? No. Yeah, you're like 5.
All right, Chris, go.
From worst to best?
Yeah, worst to best.
Okay, hot take. Iron Man 2, worst.
Okay.
Right? Second, go over?
So 4th is going to be...
Oh.
You're on the clock, bud.
Captain America.
Okay.
Then Thor.
Okay.
Oh, Thor's in the middle. All right.
Then Iron Man.
Uh-huh.
Then Avengers.
All right. Okay. I see where you're going. I think I sort of know Chris couldn't go for it.
All right. Avengers.
Whoa, Avengers is least.
Turn this podcast Turn this all right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this might be our last podcast.
Disowning me.
I knew if I said that.
Yeah. Okay. What's
joke.
What's fifth?
Okay.
Real talk now. Real talk. Seriously, we just spent 1 hour and 2 minutes talking about 5 movies, and you can't figure this out?
No. Okay. It's probably. Captain America.
There's no probably.
Okay, yeah, Captain America.
Okay. Least favorite.
Yeah.
That's 5th.
Thor.
Okay.
Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Iron Man. Avengers.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. All right, so my 5th is Captain America, the first Avenger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna go with Iron Man 1.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's because I have that weird soft spot for Iron Man 2. I love Don Cheadle. He's my boy. So Iron Man 2 is my 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, yes, Thor, which even though it's not a good movie,
Wow.
I know, but this is personal, right? You're saying these are reviews of my own? Yeah. So Thor is second for me, and then Avengers is number one. Because I put Avengers as an actual, like, all-around good movie. It's actually plot well, it's paced well, it looks good, it's fun. I like it's a movie that when you sit there and you watch, you're like, I'm having a fun time. I'm not upset. I don't want to punch anything.
Yeah. If anything, you're leaving the theater hype as hell.
Yeah. Because it really sets you up and it really makes you feel like,
Yo, I feel like I conquered something today.
Yeah.
Because how many times do you guys watch Avengers?
Like, I probably watched it the most. No, because I told you Iron Man 2 and Thor are my comfort movies. So I've seen those multiple times, but Avengers is probably the next thing up there.
I think I've seen Avengers
the most?
twice
In
ever?
theaters?
Yeah.
Oh,
in
so
theaters?
you saw one time in
once
theaters?
in theaters and once...
I feel like you watched it more than once in theaters, no?
No, I watched it once in theaters.
You need to redo a refresher. Watch that movie again. It's good.
Once in theaters and I think once at home, and that's it.
That was years ago. Because when did this... That's 2012, isn't it?
Yeah, 2012.
Man, that's okay. All right. Okay.
All right, guys. I think
so. That's our podcast for phase 1.
For phase 1.
Next time we'll be on phase 2, but we won't do the whole thing.
No,
because it's like so many.
Yeah,
so we'll probably do like
two,
the first
movies.
3 or something. Or
2-3 movies. Yeah, maybe we do 3-3 because it's 6. So we'll do Iron Man 3, Thor: Dark World, and the Winter Soldier, and then after that, there's the other thing.
Like that gives me time to. Okay, no.
You've got to those time.
Yeah, I'll watch Thor: Dark World again. I'm gonna probably watch Iron Man 3 again too.
I might watch Thor: Dark World again, but maybe maybe. I haven't decided yet. But yeah.
All right. So that's been another episode. We're back.
The Comeback Kings.
The Comeback Season 3.
Is it really Season 3?
Yes, this is our third attempt at it.
So, okay.
So I want to say it's Season 3. So we'll put that down.
We're keeping this as a podcast. Hopefully, I actually don't know where does this go. Like where people find this?
Okay, we're gonna do like a clips channel on the YouTube, but like the full stuff would be on. We'll put the full podcast on the YouTube
as
but
well.
It's also gonna be on what's it called, the Facebook, I mean the podcast app for iPhone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Spotify.
And Spotify, yeah, I could put it on there too.
Is the other stuff on Spotify?
Yeah.
The other MKC stuff?
Yeah. I think so, because when I uploaded it went to everything.
Oh, cool.
We find out.
But so it'll be on all your listening platforms. I'll make sure to take care of that. but the clips channel, we're gonna be working on that, right? Just take little funny clips and then just like animate them and stuff like that.
Yeah. We'll figure something out because that's gonna be kind of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely follow along. We got tons of content.
Yeah, you don't even
Ready, my guy? You don't even know my G. You don't know what popping the fly planting.
We talked about five planting in this chat, didn't we?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, we probably should cut this now.
Peace.
Later.